Hi there. In this video we are going to be installing this thing and in the end actually giving you my impression, some call it review of this, how it looks, how it works, how it feels, and if everything is good with it. So let's open it. I'm doing it inside the box, and yes, I'm not a professional, but in the spirit of IKEA, I am doing it myself. We have these eccentrics, which make sure that you can adapt your output to the distance between these two things, which is perfect. Yeah, we have the protections to cover the ugly holes in the wall. Obviously, I will put silicone all around. I don't want water going behind these tiles. And instructions, weirdly, lots of instructions on how to do everything. A bit too many instructions anyway. And this, which, let's see, first impression, this is heavier than a brick, quite heavy, seems nice quality through this bag. Let me get it out and see. Already put my fingerprints on it. As you can see, normally it will give you 38 degrees of water. If you want hotter, you push on this thing and you get hotter, but it will lock to 38, but you can get cooler water without pushing on this. And from this you adjust how much water you are getting, obviously. Lots of water or no water at all. And overall extremely heavy, looks well made. This seems to be plastic, the output, but it's fairly thick, so I don't think there's any issue with that. Rest of it seems metal in here, the connection itself. So that's about this. Let's get those installed. Okay, removed the covers. You can see the copper insert, or brass actually insert, in the plastic pipes. But whoever did this wasn't that bright, because obviously not enough room to tighten this at all. So I will need to buy another adapter that goes in here and extends this insert a bit further. Yep, good materials, but the guy that did all these things wasn't that bright. Might have said that a bit wrong. So quality components, I mean this tile, this is extremely tough and quite expensive. These plastic tubes, in my opinion, these are crap. Just stupid modern times with everything made out of plastic. Some old style pipes would have been 10 times better in my opinion, but whatever, the builder decided to use this and I cannot do anything about it. Again, using the laser level to level the outputs for the faucet, for the shower. And as you can see, that one is barely touched by the laser and that one is under the laser line. So we need to rotate it a bit more and then check the distance between them to make sure that it aligns with the faucet itself. But yes, we needed to make sure that the faucet is level, because otherwise it will just look weird. Sadly, sometimes hardware doesn't cooperate, so even having a great laser level cannot help saving the day, because physics and geometry just don't allow us to also keep the distance perfect and also change the height. Even this, though these things are shaped like this, physics still tells us that whoever put them into the wall should have put them at the same level and same orientation, and yeah, there's that. Anyway, but we went as close to being level as possible. So that's still a thing. And you might be thinking why we don't rotate this even more, because at the end of the rotation you only start to change the height, not so much the distance. Well, then the holes would not be covered anymore properly, because whoever made them too big. I don't even remember how much I said before because it's been 1,000 years since we've last worked on this. We cannot use the eccentrics provided by IKEA because they are too long, because we need to use some adapters, because whoever installed the fittings in this wall forgot that this will be put on top, so it left them too deep. Anyway, long story short, we needed to use these ones that are shorter in this middle area than the IKEA ones. But then again, the height is not perfect and the holes are too big that we cannot go nearer to the middle, where only in height we will change when we rotate this, because if you go at 90 degrees with the eccentric, mostly height changes and not distance that much, but then the hole would not be covered. So we kind of need to stop in this area to be somewhere in the middle. Not with this one. With this one, this is the worst. Anyway, that's that. Put silicone all around as IKEA instructs, which is a good thing. Also, I cannot use these things provided by IKEA because they are too short now. So I'm using these cheap ones that I had. Hope that didn't get scratched too much, that I have from a previous old faucet. I never installed these things. So we will be putting them in place. Hopefully they cover up everything nicely. We tested and it was okay, so I hope it remained okay, if I could actually install it. Get back to you when they are installed, and then we will continue with the rest of the process. Installed those things. For the moment looking good. For how long? Only Chinese manufacturers know. Installed the protection, the filter, both of them in the IKEA faucet, and now we will just tighten them in place. Yes, we purged a bit of water just to make sure that no dirt will come out to clog these things from the start, and all should be good, but this will not be perfectly level. It will be a bit like this, but hey, such is life. Ta-da! In theory everything is tightened up. We tightened these two things, and we have just a bit of brass showing in there to remind me every time I take a shower that whoever built the water piping in this house didn't give up. You know what I mean. Anyway, good enough. Life isn't perfect, so such things shouldn't affect us as much as sometimes they do affect us. But I'm trying to not let them affect me anymore. And you can go to maximum of 48 degrees, but if the hard stop without pressing the button is more than 38, you need to check it with a thermometer. You go to this page and you basically remove the protection plug, then undo the screw, remove this whole thing and adjust it to the right in theory to lower the temperature, to the left to make the temperature higher. And then you need to check to be between 37 and 39 degrees Celsius when you are basically in this position, because this doesn't allow you more until you press it, then you go above 38. So this is what you need to remove to adjust it, and then the whole thing. Hopefully no adjusting is necessary in my case, and we will continue with installing the shower head itself. Literally took the first shower with this thermostatic head. It's awesome. All I can say, from start to finish, I just vary how much water I want, or stop the water if I don't want any for a moment. I didn't touch the temperature at all, and it was perfectly comfortable for me. So I highly recommend this thing. Obviously it's brand new, but you can ask me in the comments how it fares over time. And yes, don't check the reflection, I'm already dressed. Ha. So yeah, that's about it. Again, really happy with it. With other IKEA products, once again, with this thing I'm really happy with. Quite cheap and does the job perfectly. That's about it once again. Hope this video helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. And yes, these ones will be in the description if you are interested in them. And yeah, bye.